Guys, what's good? It's your boy Phil. Today we are talking about Solo Leveling, the chapter that just dropped today, chapter 148. Pretty nice chapter, pretty chill chapter. I don't know if I'll stamp the 10 out of 10 on it, but it was a very good chapter. Kind of the chapter I was warning you guys about, the chill, dialogue, lore, bomb-centric chapter. And I was enjoying it, man. The conference finally happened. The announcements have been made. The chess pieces have been moved. Good things are coming in Solo Leveling. I have a feeling, man. I have a feeling that we are in for some good shit in Solo Leveling coming up. This next arc that's about to happen. I'm excited. I'm very excited, especially after this chapter, especially the conference that only took one chapter to do. I think we're done. I think we're done with the conference. I think that was it. All that hype just for that. Well, either way, it was good shit. Liu Zhigang is in the building. Finally, he's talking. Dude has his own lines and dialogue and shit. We are going to see him. He is going to be a relevant character. I am very scared. I wanted these guys to be allies. They might not be allies. Liu Zhigang might end up being a rival or antagonist of my boy Sun Jin Woo. So we're going to find out. We're going to find out how that goes down later down the line. But this chapter really set the foundation for what's to come in Solo Leveling, and I'm excited. So guys, without further ado, Solo Leveling 148. Let's do this shit. Let's start with Liu Zhigang, the Chinese 7-star hunter who has finally fully been introduced into the series. He's got his own dialogue, he's spitting facts, all that shit. He's finally here. And he was pretty damn hyped today. Pretty damn hyped today. I'm excited for sure. Good things are going to happen with this boy Liu Zhigang, I feel. Man, I'm excited. I've been excited for a while. Ever since they first introduced this guy, I was like, yeah, this guy's going to be some real shit for sure. But he's finally here, and he's talking a little bit of shit. Talking a little bit of shit towards my boy Sun Jin Woo. Before we even get into Liu Zhigang, we gotta mention at least the main focal point of the conference, Suspect S, who was finally officially introduced to be my boy Sun Jin Woo's father. Suspect S, who they believe was the murderer of Christopher Reed. Obviously a huge thing. Nobody expected this. Obviously we know as readers that it was the Monarchs, but nobody knows that. So interesting thing about Suspect S, my boy Woo's dad, is that they don't know if he's a monster or a human. So whether he is a monster or a human is going to dictate what they end up doing to this dude. So Liu Zhigang says, hey, all right, I like you, Sun Jin Woo. I really do. I really like you. You're a cool dude. I'm very curious about your power. Taking down these giants in the S-Rank gate and all that shit alone. Pretty damn weird. If your dad is a monster, I'm going to have to slay him. But if he's a human, I'll let him go. He's all yours. Now, this makes me believe a few things. It makes me believe, well, there's two sides to this. One, that, hey, Liu Zhigang is a cool dude. Maybe he really does care about my boy Sun Jin Woo. Maybe these guys can form a partnership. Maybe these guys can be allies in this series. And then the other half of me thinks he's just trolling and he's going to kill his dad anyways. So that's what I think about Liu Zhigang. I'm kind of on the fence, especially after this chapter. I don't know if they're going to be allies or enemies. Part of me, I really do want them to be allies, but at the rate Solo Leveling goes nowadays, they're probably going to end up fighting and they will end up being enemies. And that is not going to be a good thing for Liu Zhigang, who I do expect Liu Zhigang to be stronger than Thomas Andre. He's going to have the same reinforcement technique. He's got the double blades that we've seen. So I do expect cool things to come out of Liu Zhigang, but, you know, it's tough. It's really tough, man. I want these guys to be allies, but it's not looking likely. In my opinion, at least. It's not looking likely to me. But we'll find out how that goes down. Another interesting thing to note about this chapter is the part when my boy Sun Jin Woo was reading the lips of his father, right? His father's on the screen. They're showing them footage of when he blew up that one building. It's on fire. Huang Dong-soo got bodied, all that shit. He's reading his lips. He says, hey, his dad says, he's talking to Huang Dong-soo. He says, hey, don't go to South Korea for your own good. You'll become a fucking shadow. He tells him this. So this is kind of hype because his father is, first off, probably a human. This is definitely towards the human side for sure. And two, he knows that his boy Sun Jin Woo is a fucking monarch and can resurrect shit. He knows he's a necromancer. That's fucking cool. That's hype. That's crazy. All the dialogue with Kamish as well. This also hints towards my boy Sung Jin Woo's father. Also hints towards him being related to the rulers as well. That's kind of set in stone now, which is pretty hype. I think we're going to see some ruler action pretty soon. Relatively soon, we'll see some ruler and monarch action for sure. It's going to be hype. I do have an idea that the monarchs are probably going to go kill Thomas Andre now. I have a feeling they're going to go kill him. This guy's in the hospital bed. He's got laid out by my boy Sun Jin Woo, which was another topic of the conference. I thought more of a target would be put on my boy Sun Jin Woo's head after, you know, he bodied Thomas Andre. I thought more of a target would be put on him, but that was not the case. People were just kind of okay with it. They were just gossiping and shit, but you know, no bounty on my boy Sun Jin Woo or anything like that. So that was interesting, but I think the Monarchs can probably go kill this guy in the hospital. I have a feeling they might do that. It'd be a little cheap, sure, but do the Monarchs care? I don't think so. I really don't think they do. So we'll see that happen. We might see Thomas Andre die. And then one of the other next targets for the Monarchs is Liu Zhigang. So here's how I think this next arc is going to play out, right? I theorized earlier that when we got to this conference, Thomas Andre would be really gung-ho to find out where my boy Sung Jin Woo's father is and go hunt him down with Hwang Dong-soo. Obviously, that's not how it went, because one is dead and he's a shadow, and the other is knocked out. So that's not going to happen. I think we might see Liu Zhigang take this role instead. It's going to be a race between Liu Zhigang and Sung Jin Woo to find his father. And I think that's going to be really nice. I think it's going to play out really well. There's going to be some conflicts along the way. We're going to see his father. Does my boy Woo's dad fight Sung Jin Woo? I know that was a theory that a lot of people were tossing around a while ago in some of my streams. Does that happen? I don't know if it does now. The game is kind of switched up. It's kind of switched up to now a battle, investigation of finding out if my boy's dad is really human or not. So I don't think fighting him would help that at all. But my boy Sung Jin Woo did say, he said this out loud audibly. This was some big ball shit that he said. He said, hey, if my dad's human, I'm gonna slaughter all the hunters who try and fight his ass. But if he's a monster, I'll take him down myself. Big ball shit from my boy Woo there, man. Crazy shit. He definitely, eyes are on my boy Woo for sure. And Liu Zhigang has caught the interest of my boy Sung Jin Woo. I'm excited. I definitely think the race is on between these two to find his dad. It's going to be some hype shit. Liu Zhigang action. Can't wait to see it. Will he eventually fight my boy Sung Jin Woo? Probably yes. That's what I'm leaning towards. I'm leaning towards Liu Zhigang possibly fighting Sung Jin Woo at some point in the future. I would definitely say it's more in the favor of that rather than them never fighting. They could fight. They definitely can. It's definitely in the books at some point. Where do I rank Liu Zhigang? I don't really know. I don't really know where I rank Liu Zhigang. My heart and, you know, logic tells me he's probably stronger than Thomas Andre. But come on. Sung Jin Woo just absolutely bodied Thomas Andre. I still don't think Liu Zhigang is going to put up that much of a threat towards my boy Sung Jin Woo. Because, like, dude, it's just astronomical now. It's astronomical how much stronger my boy Sung Jin Woo is than all of humanity. He's that much stronger, bro. So, does he pose a threat to him? I don't think so. I really don't. But again, we don't know much about Liu Zhigang at all. I mean, he's a relevant character now. He's got dialogue. He's a relevant character in the arc, all that shit. But we don't know what his powers are. We don't know what he can do. We've seen him take down one giant. That's great. But my boy Woo took down like 13. So, we don't know. We don't really know what he's capable of. I don't think he's stronger than Woo. I really don't. I think he does. At this point, it's confirmed that he does have the armor reinforcement that Christopher Reed and Thomas Andre has. He has that. But is it enough to, you know, do anything? I don't know. I really don't know, guys. I really don't know. But, guys, that was a chapter. Relatively brief chapter. Chill chapter. The conference is here. We're not done with the conference yet. but I don't think it's going to go on that much longer. I think pretty soon we're going to get dropped into the mission to hunt down Sun Jin Woo's father. The race between Liu Zhigang and Sun Jin Woo. I'm hyped. I'm excited for sure. There was a nice part of this chapter where you saw Greed popping up. That was good shit. Greed is the new Beru. Is that it? I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that, man. Unfortunate indeed. But hey, his dad warned him. His dad warned him not to hunt Sun Jin Woo, and, well, he did it anyways. Guys, that was the chapter. Let me know down below, what was your favorite part of this chapter, and what do you think is about to happen in Solo Leveling? I'm very curious. I'm very curious to hear all your thoughts, ideas, theories, all that shit. Guys, I stream Solo Leveling every Wednesday when it comes out on Twitch. Go ahead, check that out. Follow if you haven't already. And that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.